Please stand, if comfortable, for the reading of the gospel. I kind of marked my copy. John 17, 20 through 26. I ask not only on behalf of these, but also on behalf of those who will believe in me through their word, that they may all be one. As you, Father, are in me and I am in you, may they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. The glory you have given me, I have given them, so that they may be one as we are one. I in them and you in me, that they may become completely one, so that the world may know that you have sent me and have loved them even as you have loved me. Father, I desire that those also whom you have given me may be with me where I am, to see my glory, which you have given me, because you loved me before the foundation of the world. Righteous Father, the world does not know you, but I know you, and these know that you have sent me. I made your name known to them, and I will make it known, so that the love with which you have loved me may be in them and I in them. The gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Christ.
Please be seated. I was reading through that this morning, and it almost sounds like double talk. I and you and me, us and them, we and they. And translated loosely, it means we're all one. And that Jesus wasn't just praying for his disciples, he was praying for those who were going to be his disciples later, and that's us. Isn't that exciting? Jesus was praying for us before we ever came. I didn't have that written down. Now, this is our 7th and last Sunday of Easter. So I get to say this again, maybe this last time, but he is risen.
He is risen indeed. Hallelujah.
That's what I love about being Lutheran. I get to say stuff and y'all say stuff back. Scared me to death the first time that happened. I was reading the scripture and put my hand up with the Bible and said the word of the Lord, and everybody answered, and I about fell off the stage. But I love that. That's one of my favorite parts. We know what to say when we hear something. Now, since Easter, we've basically focused on Jesus preparing the disciples for their work in the world and for the days to come. He was trying to let them know what was, in Texas, we would say, fixing to happen. Fixing to is a verb in Texas. In fact, it's on the side of my bag up here. Today's gospel finds Jesus not only praying for the current disciples, but again, for those of us to come. And he's praying that his followers will be one. And he asks for those among who believe in him, and he's letting them know that it's not just an exclusive club, but they're supposed to go out and share this. Share it with others, and not just with the Jews, but also with the Gentiles. And most of us don't have a Jewish heritage, so that Gentile thing kind of covers us. He wanted it to be an invitation to the world, an invitation as open, loving, joyful, and fruitful as we can allow ourselves to be. Now, this is difficult these days. Okay, I'm going to have to get this up so I can see it. He wants us to be one as he and the Father are one. This is sometimes difficult in a country that has become as angry and as fragmented as ours has become. It's easy to base opinions on misinformation and even on correct information sometimes, and develop negative and hateful feelings towards individuals or groups of people. And I don't think this is what Jesus has in mind. We can look at Christians of all types and we're looking at each other with daggers in our eyes. This has been a rough week. It's been an especially rough week for me because Texas is my home state. Now, I hope I got my emotions out in the visual that we had Friday night, because this was very emotional for me. I went to the 4th grade in a school in Coleman, Texas, that, if my memory services me correctly, looked a lot like Robb Elementary. I did my student teaching and also some substitute teaching in Abilene, Texas. And a lot of my students looked like the students that lost their lives in the shooting. This hit me right here. It broke my heart. Uvalde is a small town of approximately 15,000 residents. At the time we left Texas, Coleman had about 7,000 people. My parents moved me from there to the middle of Compton, California. That was interesting. And it was an education. I was a pretty loose kid, so I was able to roll with the moves pretty well. But this one felt personal. What these people are doing is making us feel like it's not safe to go anywhere. It's not safe to go to the supermarket. It's not safe to go to church. There was a shooting in a church in Irvine, California, just a little bit before this last 2 shootings. And it's not safe to go to the supermarket. A man drove miles to just shoot at people that he developed a hatred for in Buffalo, New York. And our only hope is to stand together with Jesus as our foundation. Our hope is to try to pull our country together through Jesus. We're just going to have to work it out and agree to disagree as far as politics go and love each other anyway. At this year's Grammy Awards, after President Zelensky of the Ukraine spoke pleading for more assistance with resisting the violent Russian aggression against his people, John Legend sang a song he had written named Free. Now, John is the grandson of a pastor, and he grew up in church, so a lot of his music has a somewhat spiritual flavor. The words to this went, "Go down, Moses, way down, Moses. Go down to Egypt land. Lay down, soldiers. Lay down those weapons. Let peace rush in. Let it wash through the valley, soar to the mountains, fall in the deepest sea. Let it fly across the sky, a banner so high that even the rockets will see that there is a God." And I'm just saying, Lord, rain down freedom, rain down till we're all free. Free, free. Singer Micah Newton from the Ukraine added in that song that everyone will know their worth caged birds, break our chains so we can do our holy dance. And I would like now, because tomorrow is Memorial Day, I would like all the veterans out here to stand. If you're a veteran of the military, certainly we've got a few of you out here, don't we? Thank you, Bill. Are there any other military veterans out here? Let's give these people a hand. Thank you for your service. These are mostly our World War II veterans, and if it hadn't been for them, the rest of us would not be able to do our holy dance with broken chains.